Railway stations are always crowded with commuters who travel daily to their workplaces from metropolitan city. Here, Roma Talreja, a 21-year-old girl call center executive, tried to settle herself in the ladies' compartment near the door. In the midst of the fast-moving train, she lost her balance and was thrown out of the coach. At the same time, Baleshwar Mishra, an unemployed high school dropout who was traveling in another train speeding in the opposite direction, noticed this. Immediately, he grabbed the red emergency chain without any thinking. "Let's go, help her," he shouted, but nobody moved to help. While the train was still moving, he jumped off and ran back very quickly to help the girl. He ran for a few minutes and then found the girl beside the track and asked, "Behan ji, aap theek ho?" That means, "Sister, are you okay?" She did not reply. He saw blood flowing behind her head. He lifted the girl and crossed some shrubbery. Then he found a road. He said, asking for help, "My sister is injured." He requested the motorist, but no one stopped. Baleshwar had begun to lose hope when he was helped by a tempo truck driver, a middle-aged man who spoke Gujarati. Now on the way, a traffic policeman said, "Take the girl to Airoli." But Baleshwar refused because Airoli was at least 10 kilometers away. "I know a place closer," he replied to the policeman. Now within 10 minutes, they reached a small hospital, but due to lack of staff and equipment, the on-duty doctor can only offer basic first aid. The doctor recommended that they go to the nearest hospital. Now on the way to the hospital, Roma got conscious. Baleshwar asked her name and whom he could call to give the information. She gave her brother Dinesh's phone number and again became unconscious. Baleshwar memorized the phone number and the tempo truck driver gave his mobile to call Dinesh. Now Dinesh was closing his day at his retail job in Ulhasnagar, rushed towards his motorcycle to reach the hospital. They arrived at Divine Multi-Speciality Hospital and Research Center. Seeing the extent of Roma's injury, Dr. Anil Agarwal admitted her immediately to the ICU without any paperwork. The doctor took x-rays. Roma was out of danger. Now the doctor said that if no one had helped her, she would have bled to death. Next day, Roma woke with her brother and fiancé by her side. Roma barely spoke. She just nodded and went back to sleep. Roma's brother told her that her cell phone and handbag were missing. Baleshwar returned to the spot where Roma had fallen. A railway employee told that some of Roma's belongings had been found. Now, in a few days, Roma made full recovery and said that she could never repay Baleshwar, who risked his life. Baleshwar says that the people in Mumbai are scared and they fear getting caught in the courts and the police. Why did Baleshwar help her? That day it was Roma. Tomorrow it can be you or me by the tracks, bleeding alone.